I've been thinking about something for a while. You know, why do people say high school is the best years of your life? I really think about it. Like we always see this idea for people who talk about or even TV shows that high school is like this is the best part of your life, guys. You have all this fun, all this freedom, all this drama and all this blah blah blah. Like really, this just seems like this big idea that high school is like this really big deal. But like, is it really? Here, let's talk about it, right? What's up, all? It's just random rambler here. But we need to talk. I want to talk about this because I just had this in my mind just recently. Really, high school. Again, obviously, high school is your last 4 years of actual grade school. After that, you go to the trade school, college. Maybe neither. You may start trying to start business right off the bat, or wherever you're going to go to. I don't know. Maybe be homeless. Who knows? But like, you normally a lot of people tend to say that these are your best years. After that, it all goes downhill from here. That's what everyone tends to say. However, because they also try to say live high school life to the fullest and all this other stuff, go to all the parties and all this stuff and everything else. But really, let me ask you this. What makes high school your best? Why is high school really the best part of your life? Shouldn't it be afterwards? Sure, don't get me wrong, we have more things to be stressed over about in our adult lives, but shouldn't that part of our lives be the more interesting part? There's more freedom. We get to be freed and be out there in the actual world doing more stuff. Why is high school the actual area where things are supposed to be the best years of our lives? Because we look at it retrospectively, it's not the best. And this coming from someone who's in a senior right now in high school. And don't get me wrong, I not like I don't enjoy high school. I enjoy it a lot. But do I really think it's going to be my best of my years? Personally, no. I don't think it's going to be the best of my years. No, sure, I'm going to probably into politics or law, whatever. Maybe a journalist. But like, and I know those kinds of be tough, but I do feel like, in that by that time, whatever I'll be in the future, again, hopefully be a lawyer, a politician, maybe a journalist, But regardless where I go, I have a feeling that's going to be the better life. Because sure, it's going to be more stressful. It's going to be a lot of stuff's going to be happening around that time. I'm going to be on my own officially. And those may have a girlfriend, may I'll be married, may I have kids. Who knows? But one thing's for certain though is that, and compared to high school, and then compared to after that is a whole vacuum, a whole space of the life that you can now experience on your own. In high school, sure, you have your parties, you have the friends you can hang out with, but let's really think about it like this, right? Throughout your 4 years of high school, you're now taking much harder and harder classes to get the grades that you need. Because as all grade school is, you gotta take a whole bunch of a lot of these tests, and learn all this type of stuff you don't really need in the future. Like I learned pre-cal, I had to learn like physics, chemistry, and don't get me wrong, a lot of this stuff is fun to learn. And I also understand too, people who maybe go into specific fields, they'll actually, you know what I mean. But at the same time though, it's like, am I gonna be needing this when I'm buying some milk from the store? Am I gonna be needing this that much? Like shoot, I'd rather know the knowledge of paying taxes. I'd rather have the knowledge of knowing doing cursive actually, because you kind of need cursive in the future. Yet we don't teach that crap. But like, again, this is other stuff. In high school, it's like here's the thing with high school, right? I never considered high school my best years. Well, looking at it back, just the 3 years, I never considered all the best years. High school in itself, a lot of people tend, the best way I can put it, as far as looking back and thinking of every people I met, all the friends I know, a lot of people tend to have these type of, what's the way I can put it? I don't want to say trend, but maybe more like phases, I should say. Everyone tends to go to these weird phases there every year. Like most people I know, every year they change drastically. Whether it be physically, depending on is a weight gain or weight loss, muscle gain or muscle loss. Maybe it's a new hair dye. You know what I mean? Maybe they change the color of their hair. Maybe they get more piercings. Do all this stuff. Or maybe they change mentally. Because, for example, right? When I was in cross country my sophomore year, I knew this one kid. I won't say his name. We'll call him Lil E. Right? Lil E. He was a chill kid, very hyper. For a freshman, but he was chill. He was chill, right? Plus, he's doing good in cross. better than I was because I sucked. But as time went on, I think it was by second semester when he got on some bad kids who did drugs, and then of course he did drugs, started doing drugs himself, and they the whole 180 in that same semester. Next, you know, that same hyperactive kid who was also, by the way, really friendly. Everyone was nice with that kid. You know what I mean? He was at like an eighth grader in a way, to being very quiet. Seemed kind of shady a little bit. Always, it was kind of like covering like himself in hoods and all this stuff. And ended up doing like drugs. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the hard stuff, not like vapes, really. And it changed a lot by the time he hit his second year, his sophomore year. I remember seeing him in the locker room. He just changed a lot, like his attitude and everything. And of course, don't get me wrong. Obviously, everyone grows up. I'm not saying I expect people to, I'm not expecting to be the same every year. But I will say this though, it was still shocking to see the one kid I knew, like the true person that was in it, was kind of just gone forever, and now I'm being this person who does drugs. And that kid now, I don't know where he is, to be honest with you. I remember the day where I was about to go take the shower after class, and the soccer coach, and admin, and a police officer would walk in and tell me to leave. And I said, okay, bet I'm leaving because I'm not getting involved with the police officer. I mean, shoot, I'm black. I'm not getting involved with that crap. But I'm in the shower. I'm peeking through, and I'm seeing them taking stuff out of a locker. And I knew right then and there that's his. Cause I go back to look at his locker, just cleared out. I knew right then and there that he got caught. And since then, I have not seen him since. Like, his whole life was basically ruined right then and there in high school. And again, and all these tropes and stuff like that. I know it's like a weird tangent I went off here, but what I'm trying to go is that a lot of people tend to go all this stuff like that. But the thing is, do a lot of these people really keep up with it after high school? Because here's the thing, right? Because as far as I see it in high school, it's a freedom to do all the stuff you never thought you think you'll be doing in the future, right? But at the same time, though, a lot of times there's no need to do a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? There's no point into doing a lot of this stuff. Because at the same time, though, when you grow up and get to college or again trade school or whatever, outside of high school, you're becoming your own person. Once you get out of high school, you start maturing more and start learning stuff that's going to actually affect your actual future. And from that point on, you start realizing during your high school years, a lot of the stuff is just kind of cringe. And the thing is, I'm kind of looking at myself, right? And again, I know I'm still like a senior in high school, but as far as I'm seeing it, it's just like with terms of high school in general, it never came across to me to be these big as years. Like, have I missed some dances? Sure. Have I still went to a lot of other dances? Of course. Did I really care about some of the dances? When I was younger, yeah, I felt a little bit hurt about it. But as in title, did it matter? Really? Did it really matter at the end of the day? Sure, it wasn't. I missed some of those dances here and there, and I made some other ones. But in the day, what about after high school? Again, more opportunity to do all this other stuff. What else? Crushes too. What you call it? Crushes are always one of the big things in high school. You know what I'm saying? I have my own crushes. I had crushes back then as well, and it's just like, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with having crushes. I'm not gonna act like saying, oh, because high school not the most important thing you can have crushes. No, that's bull crap. You can have crushes whatever you want. But I also put some to like your friends, your friend groups, and all this stuff. I have putting that in a similar group, as in usually once you get out of high school, those still kind of start breaking apart. Like kind of also going to with friends as well. You meet a lot of people, right? In a lot of cases, even the people you're not friends with, let's say you rub someone off the wrong way. Once you get outside of high school, unless you guys go to the same college or the same trade school or go to the same area in general, you're never going to see that person again, really. Now, who knows, maybe through social media you still know who the person is. That's cool and all. But that doesn't mean you're really going to be talking to them. And let's say you can go to the same area. Are you still going to be talking to them, really? Like, most of the friends you're going to have right now, really ask yourself. Like, really think about it. The ones who are not going to the same college as you. Like, are you really going to be talking to them? Even if you think right now, yeah, of course you can. But think about this then. Think about the friends you had back in elementary school. The friends you had back in middle school. When you start going to different schools, it's not the same one in high school you went to. You still talking to them? Are you still talking to all of them? Do you miss talking to a lot of them? Because the friends I have friends who went to other high schools, and sometimes I felt bad at first, but then as time went on, it just kind of felt natural. It just felt like life. Because at the end of the day, life is about moving forward, about growing, and everything else. By treating high school as if it's your best years, at least in my opinion, it it solely is the idea that your future, the life you have afterwards, is just nothing. It gives the idea that this weird 4 years moment of your life, when you're not even an adult yet, is gonna be better than you actually progressing as a person as an adult. And again, I'm not trying to say that you're not gonna have any problems as an adult. You're gonna have a ton of problems as an adult. I'm gonna have a ton of problems as an adult. You know what I mean? Because it's the real world. But at the same time, though, it's also the real world. We grow. We get expanded to a whole bunch of different things now. Learn a whole bunch more about ourselves. We look back to ourselves retrospectively. High school is fun and all, but at the same time, it's just high school. That one guy you may not like a jerk, as like he's all snobby. You're probably never gonna see him again after high school. Let's be honest. We really think about it. Like the one girl, they didn't work out well. We broke up and all this stuff. You probably not gonna see them again after high school either. I mean, sure, while you're in high school, you might still feel bad. My bad. I still feel bad about it, but at the end of the day, it's just high school. Are you gonna let those 4 years, really, 4 years of your life, while you're stuck in grade school, be the significance, or be not significance, like the best? Like you're gonna consider those 4 years better than everything else afterwards? Again, it's gonna be hard after high school, sure, but it does not mean that those 4 years are gonna be better. High school is a great foundation for your life. It helps establish a lot of things you want to be in the future. At the end of the day, after high school, that's who you start realizing who you are as a person. That's when you start realizing, in the end of the day, what you want to do and when you start realizing more about life and everything else. Sure, you're still gonna struggle, but in the end of the day, I'd rather take that than 4 years in grade school. Sure, there's fun here and there, but there's still all the assignments. There's still all the tests I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And I come from a magnet school, by the way. I'm taking like two AP tests every year. Except for my freshman year, I gotta take one. Like, again, really, guys, it's not like Let me ask you this: people who do consider high school the best years of their lives, Why would you consider that? Really, genuine question. Why would you consider high school these 4 years be the best and better than anything else afterwards? Wouldn't be anything else, any achievements afterwards be better? Shouldn't the progression of life, regardless how struggle it would be, wouldn't that be a better life overall than just high school? That's all I wanted to really talk about here. Like, subscribe, you know what to do. It's your boy Harry, signing out.